Hier ist gefährlich zu laufen, weil haben alles kaputt gemacht. Mein Bruder hat hier geschlafen am Sommer, weil es zu warm ist, schlafen so 2-3 Monate draußen und haben hier getötet, mein Bruder.
أبوي باش ما مش قداش موقتي شمال قشون باش بيونو كانت باش ما يوفر قبل لا مش قونا شنو ألف فاصلة مش أتضل خمال شعيك
It looks as if nothing has happened here. Diba Gabriel and her family eating breakfast. But Diba and her husband are the first Christians who, after years of exile, returned to the place where they were born. A place where blood was shed. A place where they used to live with their family and friends.
Früher war viel besser. Unsere Leute mit Tausenden, jede Kirche war voll. Und jetzt sind unsere Leute weg. Wir sind natürlich traurig. Die sind meine Eltern, sie sind im Dorf, draußen neben diese Sommerbeeten.
Diba was raised in Arbo, a village where hundreds of Christians used to live. The village of Arbo lies in the southeast of Turkey. Starting from around 300 years after the birth of Christ, some early Christians headed from Jerusalem to the north and settled here in this area. The Christians founded convents and churches. Syria lies only 25 kilometers away, and Iraq is also close. It's a troubled area. Diba and her family are Assyrian Christians. For centuries they lived together with Kurds, Turks, Arabs and Armenians. Sometimes in peace, often in war. One of the worst wars was the one at the beginning of the 20th century. Turks and Kurds chased away and murdered hundreds of thousands of Christians. And violence in the region continues, at the moment especially in neighboring Iraq, where people are murdered because of their faith.
Osten hat nie aufgehört, diese Blut zu fließen. Jeder, der kommt, plündert unsere Leute und die Dörfer, die Städte und das ist alles nicht in Ordnung. Was wollen von unseren Leuten hier?
Diba fears there's just one answer to this question. Christians should leave this area. That is why, she thinks, her brother was killed.
Hier ist der Grab von meinen Brüdern, liegt hier. Haben 23 Jahre vorher haben ihn erschossen.
The police did not investigate the murder of the 37-year-old Asho. The murderer was never caught. Villagers saw the killing as a warning. If you'd stay, you would die. The villagers packed their bags and went, most of them to Europe in search for a better, safer life. The village was left behind, empty. Houses were used as stables and the church was plundered.
Bei uns, wenn Bischöfe, Priester oder Pfarrer sterben, wird im Kirche Platz gemacht. Und diese Graben haben gedacht, ist voller Diamant, haben alles kaputt gemacht und haben doch nichts gesehen außer Knochen.
But after more than 20 years of exile, Diba is back with her family. She missed her country, her language and the old convents like this one, Mor Gabriel. This convent is more than 1600 years old. The Assyrian people consider it their Jerusalem. In the past, more than 1,000 monks lived here. Now there are only 3 left. And there is a new threat, not of violence this time, but of court cases. because the Turkish state and surrounding Muslim villages demand part of the land of the convent.
There are bad intentions, of course. They're not happy with our presence here, and they really want to have us out of this place. So with this kind of intimidation, then they think that we will fed up and leave.
But Muslims do not want Christians to leave, says the mayor of the neighboring village. His people are only poor, and they just want a part of the land to let their cattle graze on it.
Yani bu tarafımızdaki köyler gitti, boşandı, biz üzüldük. Onu yani gerçekten de öyledir yani abartmıyoruz. Doğruyu söylüyoruz. Yok vallahi kilise gitse biz memnun değiliz. Boş haraba kalacağına orada mesela biliyoruz orada mesela dünya alem bilsin Müslüman ile Hristiyanlar beraber yaşasın. Bu da bir coğrafya meselesidir yani. Çok güzel bir anlamlı bir iştir.
But is it really happening? That is what the Dutch Ria Oomen-Ruijten wants to know. She is the Turkey rapporteur of the European Parliament. This time she visits Turkey to ask Christians how they are treated.
Very nice to meet you.
It turns out that even in Istanbul, the biggest city of Turkey, Christians do not always have it easy, Ismail Aydin explains. He was attacked in a busy street. A man pulled a red Turkish flag around his head and put a knife on his throat, only because he was a Christian.
Sonra biraz gösterir gibi yapacağım ama şimdi yere yat dedi çocuk bana. Ben de böyle yere yattım. Kesecek diye düşündüm ama yavaşça böyle çeker gibi yavaşça çekti. Sonra bıraktı. Ben rahattım yani. O esnada polisler o çocuğun üstüne atladılar.
Wat hier echt aan de hand is dat er nog niet een echte mentaliteit is om ook voor godsdienstvrijheid te zijn. Er is hier één godsdienst, moslims, maar dat ook de andere godsdiensten de gelijke vrijheden moeten genieten, alle burgers die vrijheden moeten genieten, dat heeft men nog niet genoeg door. En daardoor gebeuren dit soort dingen. En wat wij dan in Europa doen is veroordelen, de regering erop attent maken en ze toch ook melden van godsdienstvrijheid behoort tot de burgerlijke vrijheden. En een land dat ooit wenst toe te treden tot een Europese Unie, behoort dat tot in het meest grote detail ook goed geregeld te hebben.
Despite everything, Diba Gabriel is convinced that things are getting better in Turkey. That is why she returned, together with some others. In her old village, new houses are built, churches are repaired, and the children learn their own language again, Aramaic, a language that is close to the language Christ spoke.
Unser Traum, wir werden für unser Land kämpfen, wir werden in unserem Land bleiben. Wir versuchen das.